The US citizen uncle was 73 years old when he adopted the 14-year-old little girl from Taiwan. They adopted the child, came to the US, and after living together for over 2 years, we filed the 45 application and got this little girl the green card. This is the adoption family case. It's extremely complicated, so I'm going to walk you through everything that happened so you can see the reasoning, the strategy, and how everything pieced together. Hope you enjoy. Hi everyone, my name is Joseph. I'm the managing partner here at Tsang and Associates, where we solve legal problems with creative solutions. The legal problem was that the birth parents really wanted the child to come to the US, but it's complicated. The situation in Taiwan wasn't going well. They had their uncle who was willing to adopt this child. So the US citizen uncle and aunt flew back to Taiwan, went through the entire adoption procedure and finalized it. Under immigration law, you need to have a finalized adoption decree when the child is under 16. So they only had a short window to make that happen, but they were able to do it. And then the whole family, including the child, flew over to the US on a tourist visa, ESTA, and then they just ended up staying here. Now, the child obviously became illegal in the US, and the parents can't be here. The parents had to leave. The uncle and aunt, 76 years old, they're old people taking care of this budding teenager. Went through high school here, and when the child turned 17, this family contacted us and said, please, can we file the adjustment of status application, right? Because we have officially adopted the child. We have all the documents to prove that we were together for 2 years to meet the physical presence test. Can we now file and get the child the green card? We don't know anybody who's done this before, but we've seen success stories from you. Can you help us? Kathy and her team looked through all the documents of how they entered the US, what the child did, how they lived together, how they financed each other. And I have the entire case right here. So we'll go through that just to walk you through how things are done. A normal I-130 cover letter might just say, oh, this is the form, this is the filing fee, US citizen petitioning for children. But this is an adoption case. And instead of just laying out all the law, we really wanted to explain. So the first prong we directly tackled was the evidence that the child meets the definition of an adopted child. So we laid everything out. Then the second thing is evidence of the 2-year joint residence. So again, we laid out everything. We had one paragraph full of evidence, the second paragraph, third paragraph. The fun part is we use a lot of high school yearbooks. There's the pictures of the child living in the US, going through everything. Because one of those things is the child really in the US living with you? And how do you prove that? They don't have a credit card, right? You have a phone number, but is that really you? But on a yearbook, if the child have transcripts in class, pictures of the parent, all of that is indisputable and it's enjoyable to look at. So we had yearbooks, dental coverage, all the health medical stuff that's done every single year. Affidavits from the birth mother, from the birth father, the petitioner, the beneficiary, the neighbor, the family friend, to prove that they did in fact live together. And the I-130 and 45 was approved exactly 1 year later. And they've been living together happily ever after. How do you prove you're physically together for 2 years? I've seen so many cases where people only put together 5 key documents because the regulations aren't clear exactly what they want to see. And so, yes, if you put a couple of things together, you file it, it is considered a filing, but are you able to persuade the officer beyond a reasonable doubt that they indeed have been adopted? Because fake adoptions happen rampantly as well, just like fake marriages and just like fake employment cases. It becomes a very messy and complicated situation. Who really is a parent? Is it the people living closest to you? Is it the people who are paying things for you? Or is it somebody who's living far away? Especially if everybody's related to each other. That just opens up for more fraud, right? So it's a very complicated situation, but we were able to look through everything, very clearly explain how this was a real adoption, and the child is a promising student, deserves a green card, and can be in the US. If you have any questions or comments about adoption, about immigration, feel free to reach out. I just want to say adoption is extremely complicated because Hague Convention is involved. It's international law. There's that 2-year residency that a lot of people don't know about. There's so many complications about adoption. And if you do it incorrectly, you end up with a situation where the child is illegal here and you ruin their life in a way. So tread carefully, plan carefully, but if it all works out, you could be like this case and you get the green card. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.